Hi, John here. It's Sunday today, the 3rd of May 2015. Just to let you know where we are with our website and the pound notes. I'm working on BlueSnap. It's a gateway for payments system on the site, and through Prestashop. That's a shopping place where we put the levy debtors pound notes onto the site now, and we're going to use those as levy debtor instruments against the fraud people that were debted for the incidents on 1/61 Cook Street. So you'll see there the pound note for the people I name as being the police interfering with our contracts, and also the landowners. These are all the people working in the Crown system. You're going to find that from the 12th of March 2015 right up to now, the bill has racked up because of their ignorance to the maritime and admiralty law of King William IV. Then that applies. They may have stopped me from going on to the land block, but the bill remains, because that's what happens when you're silent and you say nothing. Then it goes against you in the law, from the law point of view, and against anyone who's tampered with our contracts, our private commercial contracts with the landowners on 1/61 Cook Street. So you'll see the pound note being reflected as collateral sold on the share market. That's our own private share market with the systems that we'll be using ourselves from London. We're going to set up our base there. That's where we're operating from in pound notes, so that you'll see all the currencies there to change your country's currency into the pound notes. We've got the big note against the Queen. I'm catching her now with her exiting into the EU Parliament from Westminster. You can see now the problems that the British government in Westminster is having at their elections on the 7th. So we're not there, Jamie and I are not there, as we're working on this project here, and then by the time we get there, the Parliament will be hung. It should be hung, because they've got no real traction with Labour and the way the leadership is going. They are the ones that have been supporting the Queen to let her speak in opening the Parliament. So that's going to reverse or have a negative effect on the way the voting goes in elections as well. Miliband is the leader of the Labour Party, and so he's slipped down in the rankings for votes, and also in Scotland has gone up to about 54% of their voting, which will change the face of politics as far as I'm concerned, because we do have a part to play with this flag of King William there, now that the Queen has forfeited her rights to be in that Parliament when she's in the other EU Parliament as a threat against the British people. As you can see, it's caught up with her and their Labour Party that's been supporting all these years. And over here, the Minister of the Labour Party leader, Andrew Little, went there to join up with that Labour Party, and he's come back more or less with his tail between his legs, with the Labour Party here falling apart as well. And so it's catching up with them. The debt in this flag, the creditor, is going to bill debt the Queen, 970 million trillion pounds. That's that green note you'll see going on to the website now, onto our Prestashop and BlueSnap website, and also the Moai Powerhouse site, the three sites, to more or less put them up as being collateral. And that's what they've been doing to the birth certificates and also the social security numbers against the people. Now it's going the other way. We're actually going after the missing gold. I listened to Karen Hudes talking about there's over 1.2 million tonnes of gold missing. So that's what this trust is all about. There's no end date to our trust with King William and us in Westminster Parliament in the lower house. We still have our contract for that trust and everything in it. It's not our fault that the Queen went and corrupted it, but we're going to audit the books when I get there with Gordon Bowden and John Patterson and George Lees. So those three guys will come in there into Devonport, and we set up the court there. I'm not too bothered about Westminster at the moment, but we are in the commercial contract field of Admiralty with this flag, and that's all that's left for Britain. To save Britain is this flag under the King's Admiralty mortgage lands against the Queen's Admiralty, well, Vice Admiral, and her fake Vice Admirals. So the British military will be more than welcome to recover this 970 million trillion pounds and the gold with the Scotland Yard, and everything that we're going against on this site is real from here in New Zealand. Okay, so that's the contract here that no one's saying anything about, but we are the native in that private contract that's been sitting there for years. And so we're going to put that out, the pound note, the different value pound notes. You've got the trillion pound note against the police here in Auckland for tampering with the evidence of the fraud land title. Okay, so we've got the big note against the 300 royal families, the Vatican, the Church and State, the 1.2 billion Catholics, and the Church of England. It adds up to about 2 billion out of the 7 billion people in the world. We're dividing that amount, 970 million trillion pounds, into the 5 billion people that you'll see in the shares. When you buy a share, it means that you're investing in that recovery of the money and the gold and every property, land, everything under the King's Bench Court and the King's Royal Revenue creditor. That's who I am as his partner, as his surrogate King of England partner. So we've got the other tidal energy shares as well. That's another side of the gold share and the pound note shares. So we've got 3 different shares on those sites, and we're putting them now down as buy, sell, buy, like that in their numbers of their product. Okay, so that's all. Somebody's maybe Jamie, I think, looking for me. So she should be up here on Tuesday with me to carry on with this site. It should be all up and running by tomorrow, and I'll go and visit the police tomorrow as well. So that's all I wanted to make, just a short clip. And so just to let you know that we've got the site up and running now, and it took me a bit to get that going, but nevertheless it's looking good. And I'll just have a look at who's making a noise here and annoying me while I'm talking to you. But it's good to see who is, so I can finish my video off. And so I just started. It always happens when I'm making a video and someone butts in. However, I always get that all the time. But to those people that I've linked up this morning to this bank in London. Oh, that's Jamie. Video. That's Jamie. I'm happy. Video. A second. Second. Woo-hoo. Yeah, so that's Jamie. I'm glad she's here now, so it makes me happy. We're working together to make this event happen, and so that's how we are just going to put things together and get on with it. Okay, so that's all I want to say for now. Make it short and sweet, and we'll catch up with you again. And to Sue Young up in Dorset, England, we'll catch up with you at some stage soon. I've got the feeling that we'll be there, and there'll be a hung parliament waiting for us to come there and fix it up. Okay, with his flag and King William. Okay, so bye, and we'll spot you later. I better turn it off first. See ya. Have a nice day.